Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I have a testimonial from a guy who got his ex back using no contact. And I've already done a video from one of my other coaching clients who got her boyfriend back using no contact, and that was called I Got My Ex-Boyfriend Back Using No Contact. So now it's time to give equal time to the guys, and I see a lot of comments under the video saying, oh, you can't get women back using no contact, or how come you never give us testimonials or stories of guys who got their ex back using no contact? Well, here it is. So for you non-believers who think you can't get your ex-girlfriend back using no contact, this video is for you. And for everyone else, of course. But before I do that, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. And while you're at it, tap the bell icon so that you'll be notified when a new video is up. All right, so here we go. He says, after dating for 2 years, the breakup. In August, we had an argument that was not resolved. Basically, I stopped talking to her for a week. 1 week after the argument, she proceeded to start online dating. Damn, that was fast. And went out with the first person to make contacted. They dated for the next 2 weeks. It was at that time I finally got back in contact with her to talk over our disagreement from 3 weeks prior. That was when I found out she was seeing someone else. Ouch. Yes, ouch is right. I asked her to come back to me. She did, and that night she came to my house. We basically spent the next week back together. Sleepovers. Is that what they're calling them now? Sleepovers? Pajama parties. Just kidding. Spending evenings together, going out. Everything was back to normal, or it seemed to be. She left on Monday morning, October 1st for work, and we spoke during the day. Everything was as normal. Wow. On that Monday night, she called to tell me that she was no longer going to continue seeing me, and she was going back to dating the new guy. Whoa. She flipped 180 degrees during the day. Sounded like a robot and was not changing her mind regardless of what I said. That's right, you can't talk someone out of breaking up with you. So I didn't say much more, good for you, and I got off the phone. The following week, I went into 100% no contact. No phone calls, texts, social media, nothing. I worked on personal development goals, long and short term, went back into working out, training, and lost a total of 48 pounds in 12 weeks. Why is it that everyone starts losing weight after the breakup? I guess if there's one thing good to come out of breakup, it's that if you want to lose weight, that's a great time to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, go through a breakup. He continues, I'm 5'8", 175 pounds, back in shape, good for you. What I didn't work on was developing a response plan in case she reached out. That's right. You can't just work on the physical. You have to work also on what your plan of action is going to be if you hear from your ex. I wanted to respond from a position of strength. However, I was not prepared. Uh-oh. So, 3.5 months later, day 65 of no contact. I came into work and logged into my computer to find her email, and I was stunned. She reached out after 65 days of no contact. She always previously texted everything, never emailed my work email. To see her email at my work address says something about the effort she took to make sure I got the message. She knows her social media and phone numbers are blocked. Good. See, that's what I mean when I say that if your ex reaches out, they have to show an effort. They can't just say, hey, or how are you, or what's up, or we're not talking now. They have to put in an effort. All right, continuing on. So she wrote, hi. I was just wondering how you've been. I think of you often and think of the good times we've had together. I'm sorry if I'm intruding. I hope you're well. This is a great email to receive from an ex because, as I've said before, your ex needs to sound humble, and she sounds humble. He goes on to say, of course, I overreacted and emailed her that I'd love to meet up. When was she available? Her response later that day was, it's great to hear back from you. I'll apologize I couldn't respond sooner. I was genuinely wondering how you've been. I'm unable to get together with you at this time, but would like very much to keep in touch. I'd like to send you some correspondence through the postal mail. I hope that you would be okay. Wishing you the very best. Damn, that's a very formal sounding message. That doesn't sound like an email from an ex-girlfriend. Very much like to keep in touch. Yeah. See, you can't just immediately ask your ex to get together. I mean, you can, but then you might get shot down like this guy did. You kind of want to feel out the situation and find out what is going on. And as you'll see, as I read on, you'll see what happened. Okay, so he goes, it was at this time she was in the process of breaking up from the rebound guy. He ended up being super jealous / needy / paranoid. Let me make another point here. That's why you usually don't have to worry if they're dating someone else. Rebounds usually don't work. And unless the person has worked on themselves, then eventually their negative qualities are going to come out. And in this case, this guy was jealous, needy, and paranoid. The trifecta. And so he goes on to say, she later told me she was elated that I wanted to see her, but also panicked because she wasn't sure how to approach the situation with me. I went into no contact / radio silence again because she did not email me again. I actually thought she was breadcrumbing me. No, she was just unsure and scared. At the beginning of the new year, she texted me with her new phone number and asked if I would like to reconnect again. She was single and made it very clear during the date with multiple texts that she wanted to get together to talk. Bingo. If someone wants to see you again, if they want to reconnect, they will make it known. So you have to wait for that. When I say something substantial, that's what I mean. After 4 months of being apart, my personal development and action plan has really paid off. We're back together. Yay! So here is what she told me that was going through her mind during no contact. All right, so listen up, guys, because everyone always wonders, what is my ex thinking? So now we actually have the true thoughts of someone that had broken up with her boyfriend and what she was thinking. So she was thinking the rebound relationship was bad and it was a mistake. So again, if your ex is dating someone, don't assume that they're all happy and everything's going wonderful. She never forgot about me. So for those of you that are worried about whether your ex will forget about you, no. She was always thinking about getting back together. She was concerned that I was in a new relationship. Absolutely. If they don't hear from you, if you're in no contact, they're going to wonder if you're in a new relationship. She wanted to contact me during the holidays, but was afraid of rejection. And she was concerned that I would not take her back. Right. So in this case, she did reach out. However, as I've stated in a previous video that was very controversial, I said that if you don't hear from your ex after an extended period of no contact, and you're at the point where if you contact them, if you reach out to them and you're rejected, you don't hear back from them, or they talk to you but they don't want to get back together, if you can handle that, then feel free to reach out, because they may not be reaching out to you even though they want to get back together for these very reasons. The fact that they are afraid of rejection, which I know is crazy because they rejected you and now they're afraid of rejection, but that's just how it goes. Or they're concerned that you're not going to take them back. And so since people will do more to avoid pain and to gain pleasure, then unfortunately, even though they break up with you, they may not reach out. So if you're at the point where you are able to reach out and you're going to be okay with the response, and you'll know if you're going to be okay with the response. And if you're not sure, that means that you're not going to be okay with the response, because when you are okay with whatever your ex says or doesn't say, then you'll be fine. So there you go. A guy that got his ex back using no contact. Yay! So if you're going through a breakup, I know you're in pain and you want to reach out, but it's probably going to backfire. So instead contact me about a private coaching session and I can help you get your ex back. And you can reach me at theartoflove.net. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you'd rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.